Learn English through stories. B6. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents: 1. The Blind Vulture. 2. The Monkey and the Crocodile. 3. A Friend in Need. 4. Greed Boy. 5. King Bruce and the Spider. 1. The Blind Vulture. Once there was an old but big tree. The tree had many hollows in it. Birds of many kinds lived in the hollows. The parent birds went away to gather their food every day. The baby birds stayed at home. One day they received a guest. It was a blind old vulture. The vulture wanted to live in one of the hollows. She said to the birds, "Can I stay here? I like this old tree very much, and there is a river not very far from here." The birds thought for a moment. They discussed the matter with their birdhead. The birdhead took pity on her and said, "Dear vulture, as you are old and blind, we are happy with your stay. We feel we must look after old and sick ones." So they were happy for the vulture to stay in one of the spare hollows. They also decided to share their food with the vulture. In return, the vulture decided to guard their babies when they were away. So they lived happily together. One day, a cat passed by the tree and heard the baby birds chirping happily. But as soon as they saw the cat, they began to cry with fright. The blind vulture shouted, "Who is there?" "It's me, the tomcat," replied the cat. "Go away. What do you want?" said the vulture. "I am tired and looking for a place to rest. I live on the other side of the river." "Go away. We don't want you here. You will eat our baby birds." "Dear vulture, I don't eat meat anymore. I am a vegetarian. I like fruit and vegetables now. I love eating apples, pears, mangoes, and many more. I enjoy eating vegetables, carrots, beans, peas, cauliflowers, bitter gourds, and so on." "I don't trust you cats are too clever. They trick other creatures," said the vulture. "I am a different kind of cat. You can see with your own eyes," said the cat. "How can I see you? I am blind," said the vulture. The cat thought to himself, "This is even better. I will come here every day and gobble a few baby birds." "Dear vulture, I get up early in the morning, then I take a bath in the river, then I do my prayer. I am always wishing for the well-being of the old and sick ones. I cannot harm anyone, because I know if I do, God will punish me," said the cat. The vulture believed him and allowed him to stay in the tree hollow. So the cat came to the tree every day and ate some baby birds and went back home. The blind vulture didn't even know. Soon, the parent birds found that their children were missing. They began to look for them. As soon as the cat came to know of this, he stopped coming to the tree. When the parent birds came to the old vulture to question her, they found her sleeping. And what did they find there? A huge pile of bones. The cat would eat the baby birds and leave the bones in the vulture's hollow. All the parents were very angry with the vulture. They thought she had fooled them and broken their trust. Now their poor babies were dead. They cried and shouted in anger and attacked the sleeping vulture. The poor vulture didn't even know why the birds were hurting her. Finally, the vulture was unconscious and dead. Sometimes the innocents get punished and the guilty walk free. 2. The Monkey and the Crocodile. Once there lived a monkey called Chaku. He lived on an apple tree. He was very happy. The apple tree produced good fruit. There was a large lake not very from the tree. A big crocodile called Magarmush lived in the lake. Once the monkey was fishing in the lake, but he could not catch any fish. The crocodile saw the sad face of the monkey. The crocodile asked the monkey, "What is the matter? Why are you looking so sad?" The monkey answered, "I am very hungry and I have not eaten food for 3 days. I have got plenty of apples, but I am sick of eating apples. I want a change. I want to eat a fish. but I cannot catch any. The crocodile said, "Sit on my back, I take you to a spot where it is plenty of fish." The monkey jumped on the back of the crocodile and caught a good amount of fish. From that day, they became good friends. The monkey gave the crocodile apples and the crocodile brought fish for the monkey. One day, Crocodile's wife said, "The apples are nice juicy. The meat of monkey will taste even better. I want to eat the heart of the monkey. Please bring it, oh my dear husband." "He is my friend," said the crocodile. The wife said, "If you don't bring the heart of the monkey, I am going to kill myself." Though sad, the crocodile decided to get the monkey's heart for his wife. The next day, when the crocodile visited the monkey, he said, "My wife has asked me to call you for dinner." The monkey happily jumped on the crocodile's back. But as soon as he jumped, the crocodile told him about his wife, who wanted his heart. "Oh, my dear friend, why did you not tell me before? I left my heart on the tree. Let's swim back and get it," said the monkey. The crocodile took the monkey back. As soon as they reached the tree, the monkey jumped and went to the highest branch. "You fool! How can anyone live without a heart?" the monkey said while throwing fruits at the crocodile. 3. A friend in need. Sonny was a student in class 5. He was a hard-working as well as a naughty boy. After science class, he was cracking jokes with friends. When his maths teacher arrived at the class, he moved back to his place. The class started and the teacher was asking some questions to the students. 3 raised to the power of 4 is equal to what? Instead of 81, something else happened. Sonny wet his pants. He felt very ashamed. He imagined how his classmates would think about him. His wet pants would be the hot topic of the school. His friends would talk about the incident for years. The girls in the class would never look at him as their friend. The boys and girls would never speak with him. He would become the joker for everyone in the class. Sonny's imagination was going so wild. The maths teacher looked at Sonny. He seemed uneasy. She was watching him for 10 minutes and saw him in some kind of trouble. Sonny noticed that the teacher watching him and tried to act normal. But his pants were dripping down. He felt that his heart would stop pumping very soon. He silently pleaded to God, "Dear God, you have to help me in 5 or 10 minutes. I will be dead. I really need some help from you. Please come to help me." The teacher again saw that Sonny was uneasy. She looked at him. He smiled at her. Karam, Sonny's classmate, asked the teacher if he could drink water from his bottle. The teacher nodded. He went to pick up his bottle. When he was coming back to his place, accidentally he dropped the water bottle on Sonny. The cap opened and all water fell on Sonny. It shocked everyone and the teacher rushed to help Sonny. He asked a student to get a towel from the staff room. His friends cleaned the desk and helped him. The teacher asked another student to bring gym pants for him to wear until his pants get dry. The teacher told Karam off for being so careless. After the lesson, Sonny thanked his friend for all his help. Karam smiled and said, "Hey, my friend, it was nothing. I know how it feels when you wet your pants. I wet mine last year." 4. The greedy boy. Once lived a farmer and his wife in a village. For many years they had no children. They had a farm with 10 acres of land. They were always busy working on the farm. They never thought about not having any children. Some years passed by. They thought about who would look after them when they get old. One day, the wife realized that she was having a child. They were happy. They thought of many names for the baby. After some months, she gave birth. It was not one child. 2 sons were born. They were identical twins. Nobody could tell who was who. Even their mother sometimes could not tell the difference. The boys were named Matu and Katu. When they grew up, even though they looked similar, their habits were very different. Katu liked sweet things. He liked ladus, jalebis, and barfi. He loved eating rice pudding and sweet noodles. He was always in a good temper. He also was his mum's pet. On the other hand, Matu liked hot and spicy food. He liked hot curry. He liked hot and spicy samosas. Hot chutney was his favorite sauce. He ate green chilies with every food. He even ate chilies with milk and tea. He was too often in a bad temper. He also was his dad's pet. Some years passed by. Their dad wanted to share the land between them. The farmer had acres of land, and he wanted to give them 5 acres each. Katu was happy to have 5 acres. But Matu disagreed. He said there must be some sort of test. He argued that whoever proved to be more intelligent and strong would have to get a bigger share of the land. Katu agreed and said, "Whatever competition our dad decides, I am happy with it." So their father decided to organize a competition between the two. He asked the 2 sons to walk as far as they could and return home before sunset. The land would be divided in proportion to the distance traveled. As a rule of the competition, they were not allowed to carry a watch to keep track of the time. The following day, Katu and Matu set out to walk. It was a rather sunny day. The wind was cool and comfortable. Katu walked slowly and steadily. Matu broke into a sprint. He wanted to win the race and take the maximum share of the land. Katu knew that it would be ideal to walk as far as possible till noon, and then start walking back home. Knowing this, Katu decided to turn back when it was noon. However, Matu, with his greed to get more land, carried on walking. It was quite late when he decided to return. He hurried back, but it was too late. He was miles away from home when the sun began to set. Katu arrived home just before sunset and Matu arrived when it was almost midnight. So Matu lost the competition and had no share of land. That is why they say, greed is a curse. 5. King Bruce and the Spider. Bruce the King was a king of Scotland in 1306. He won Scotland's independence from England. The King of England was not happy about it. The King of England attacked King Bruce again and again. King Bruce kept failing. The army of England was too powerful. So King Bruce ran away. In one battle, King Bruce got separated from his soldiers. He went towards a cave. He went into the cave. He was trying to hide. It was very dark in the cave. He lighted a candle with a match. He went a little further. He saw a stone. He sat on the stone and looked up. There was a spider who was trying to make a web. It kept falling many times as it tried to climb up the wall. But it did not stop. The spider continued to try climbing up. At the 18th time, the spider succeeded. Surprised at the little spider's effort, the king thought, if this little creature didn't give up, why should I? With that thought, the king went back with greater courage. For sure, this time the king won. So he was victorious against the King of England in 1314. This triumph ultimately changed things and later won the independence of Scotland in 1328. Moral: try till you succeed.